Okay, guys. How's everybody doing? We're back. Welcome back to the Peter Walsh Show, or I don't even know if I should even welcome you back, guys. You know, I've been looking at some articles here online in the last few days, and Jesus, man, this is getting worse. The world is getting worse by the fucking day, guys. We're going to talk about cuckolding today. Does anybody know what this is? I had to look this up. I heard the word cuckolding before, but I didn't actually know what it is. And then I looked it up. And you know what, guys, if you don't know what cuckolding is... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Cuckolding, basically, man or woman can be married to someone else, obviously. And one of them, either the man or the woman, can go have wild sex with anybody they choose. However, there's one condition. The other person remains extremely faithful to that person. That's right. That's right. Like, where are we? In Saudi Arabia? And like, these guys have got about, 7 wives? They do whatever they fucking want. But this is not a Saudi Arabian news article here, guys. And I'm going to read this out because I don't know where this is going. Where does this end? What is the finish line? What is the motivation behind all this type of scenario? It's clearly not to make people happy. Like, even writing this article. And the reason why I'm even talking about it today, guys, is because I hope, please God, that if anybody's reading these fucking articles, that you don't pay any attention. Please don't. Don't get brainwashed. Don't be thinking it's a good idea to go cuckolding. There's no good that's going to come out of this. Is there? I can't see this. I'm telling you, I'm getting disheartened the more I'm doing my social media. What the fuck am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm really reflecting here on where society is going. I don't believe people are writing news articles on this shit. Like, this stuff used to happen before this news article happened, right? You know, that you'd have some woman or some guy that actually happily, for the love of God, I don't know why, happily accepts that their partner's going to go off and sleep with other people. But you've got to remain exclusive. Like, I genuinely am hoping that I'm wrong about this, about the rule, but guys, I actually have read this in a news article. I even looked up fucking cuckolding on Google. Now, there was a couple of different explanations of what it meant, but I looked about maybe 4 or 5 different ones, and most of them, probably 3 out of the 5, or the 2 out of the 4, or 3 out of the 4, or whatever it was, most of them led to that the rule is the other person's got to remain totally devoted and exclusive to you. Jesus, this sounds like back in the Roman days as well, doesn't it? Did they used to do this shit back in those days? I think they did, actually. Yeah, I mean, talk about extreme narcissism, extreme selfishness, extreme I will do what I want and do as you say. And let's get into the article, guys. You know, I hope I'm going to try and keep going on this. I might have to just even stop. It's making me sick reading this fucking thing. And the headline is here: 9 reasons cuckolding is the ultimate way to reignite your sex life. So even before we've even just started, they're not even, like, the news article's not even saying, oh, guys, can you get a load of this? Can you believe this? What the hell's going on in our world? This person's actually trying to tell us that it's a good idea for this shit. The only way I can see this happening and actually working is if a gay guy or girl was married to a straight person. Now, why the fuck two people like that would actually do that type of thing is beyond me anyway, right? But, you know, maybe they just really are good friends and they get along, and, you know, they're not into sex and they just want to put on a show for all their parents and their friends and family and all that, so that, you know, at least they look like they've got a great life. You know what I mean? Because they're married. Even though that's twisted, But like, I'm actually trying to justify it here. Genuinely trying to justify this. And I'm running out of reasons within a split second. All right, let's keep going. So, the person starts by saying, say hello to a new world of sexual boundaries. Okay, well, really? All right, well, let's keep going. So it really says that society has somewhat normalized a certain type of heterosexual relationship where a woman's codependence on a man allows him to sleep around. So long as he comes to her. Now wait for this. The man's behavior is often accepted because, sadly, a woman is sometimes still viewed as nothing more than a baby-making machine who's lucky to be with the man she has. She accepts that he needs to sleep around because boys will be boys. Jesus Christ. And by the way, the person who wrote this article is a woman. Yeah, that's a coincidence, isn't it? Like, ladies and gents, you know I've got no biased opinion on fucking all my social media, right? I've ripped into men, I've ripped into women on certain matters. I'm fair as you could fucking get. If you do, hey, at the end of the day, I'm a guy and I'll stand up for the boys at the end of the day. Like any woman would stand up for the women, right? And I would 100% respect that. But I'm incredibly fair. But this makes out women are the victim here again. And ladies, if you're listening, I'm sorry. But you guys know this too. A lot of people call the victim whistle here. Now, obviously, it's a small percentage of women. We all know that, ladies, all right? It's the small, very small percentage. But like, this is one of these articles. So, like, let's just go through that again. Sadly, a woman is still viewed as nothing more than a baby-making machine. Bullshit. I don't know any of my friends or anybody that I know personally that looks at their wives as baby-making machines, who's lucky to be with the man she has. She accepts that he needs to sleep around because boys will be boys. But the new sexual trend of cuckolding, a relationship arrangement where the man allows his female partner to sleep with other men while remaining faithful exclusively to her, offers a twist in this ideology, challenging the aforementioned scenario. Right, so, okay, she's throwing that in. Where the woman can do it too. So that's what I was saying, guys, that it seems to be that it's for both genders here. But you see, then the other person has to remain completely faithful. Right? And, you know, like I said, I'm being fair. If a man was going around doing this shit, I'd be saying this guy's just a selfish dick. He doesn't give a fuck about his woman. And yes, there is some guys out there, we all know this, ladies, but there's also ladies out there just like this too when it comes to their man. Selfish. You know, I don't see where there's any gain here in doing this cuckolding shit. Like, isn't this... You see, no, this isn't even swingers. Like, hey, I don't think the swinging thing is any good for any couple, but at least I get where they're coming from. Like, they're both up to something. I mean, your relationship is fucked when you carry on with stuff like this, right? Isn't it? Like, or maybe I'm just too old school. Maybe I'm just too fucking old-fashioned. But I just don't see how there's any long-term positive out of this. Your short-term positive, yeah, you bang some other woman, or your wife bangs some other guy, you have great intense pleasure for 5 minutes, and then you go home with each other. Alright, let's move on. Okay, let's see. We've got bullet points here, guys. Right. So, number one, why this is a good thing. It's educational. It's easy to get stuck in a rut and do the same positions over and over when you're in a long-term relationship. The benefits of cuckolding could be along with the same lines as watching porn with your partner. Really? We're going to compare porn to cuckolding? And let's go back to the start of that. This lady says it's easy to get stuck in a rut and do the same positions. Are you on about sexual positions? Is that what you mean? So hang on, if you're on about sexual positions, so that means because my husband didn't do doggy style with me, I'm going to go off and fuck another guy because he'll do doggy style with me. Or the other way around, let's say. That's total horseshit. So, let's say it's not that. And she actually means get stuck in a rut. Yeah, of course, marriages get stuck in a bit of a rut. You know, obviously the sex is going to disappear for a while. Hopefully it comes back for a lot of couples. I understand that. But you see, what you're going on about here, honey, is you're saying one of the partners goes at it. So let's say the man goes off and fucks every woman 5 ways from Sunday. And the woman's stuck at home. But what about the poor woman then? Isn't she stuck in a rut too? But no. Mary can't be going off banging everybody, but John can. See where I'm going with this? So, moving along, except instead of watching a random woman acting out a scripted scene, the man can watch the woman he loves receive pleasure in real time. Wow. In turn, she can also try new positions that she later experience with her partner. Or maybe you just try them out with your partner. How's that? Or if her partner watches, he may learn different ways to turn her on to. Oh, okay, so that's great. So the woman I love, I'm going to watch her fuck some other dude. And chances are, if she hasn't done these positions with me, and she's doing these other things with this other guy, maybe, just, I'm going to go out on a limb here. And I'm going to say, maybe, just maybe, that I'm going to start thinking, oh, fuck. I'm not enough for my wife anymore. In fact, she prefers sex with this other guy. Now that's going to make me feel real good, isn't it? That I'm shit in bed, because that's what I'm going to end up getting depressed about. Like, even if I know that I'm good in bed, if I end up watching my wife fucking some other guy, doing all sorts of positions, I'm gonna mentally explode, emotionally explode. Right, I'm still not seeing any advantage here yet, but I'm going to keep going. Let's move on. Bullet point number 2. It can be cathartic. The fuck does that mean? Cathartic, unless I'm just a moron. Okay, I think it's because I always felt a lot of rejections from girls as a young man. And even as I got older, I worry that the women I have close relationships with might leave me for other men. So acting it out in a controlled environment actually makes me feel safe. Says one man, Cuckold. Really? Let me get the logic of this, right? Let me just get the logic here. You're worried about your woman leaving you, or what did he say? He got rejection from girls as a young man. Hey, look, fuck, I understand that part. And even as he got older, I worry that women I have close relationships with might leave me for other men. So, you're scared to death that that's going to happen. So what you do to prevent her being with other men is allowing her be with other men. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I don't see the logic there, my man. I don't see the logic there. Okay, number 3. It fosters non-judgment. Oh, this is going to be a beaut, I'd say. Because cuckolding pushes the boundaries of a traditional sexual relationship, it encourages both partners to be a lot less closed off to try new things in bed. Being open-minded in the sack can help you break out of judgment cycles. Things you may think are weird or too kinky may be things you actually end up enjoying in practice. If you and your partner give it a shot, maybe it'll work for you, maybe it won't. But that can't be said about anything. And here we go, here's the nail on the coffin. If all else fails, at least you have a new experience under your belt, and maybe a little less judgmental when you hear about a new uncharted sexual territory in future. So, at least you've got a new experience under your belt. Right. So you can look back on your deathbed, say, well, you know what? At least I don't have that regret. My husband, my wife, banging some other guy right in front of me. You know, I'm really gonna. I feel good going to my grave here. I really do. Something tells me that people aren't gonna be happy about that. Like, even for swingers, right? even if people are practicing swinging, even the swingers out there, okay? Yeah, listen, at least they've both signed up for it, and there's no complete selfishness. Like, at least the man and the woman are getting something out of this. You know what I mean? But this is all one-sided to some fucking asshole husband or wife. And what happens next? Are you really, like, even swingers, do they really go to their deathbed like thanking themselves that they let their husband or wife go bang other people? Like, I'm sure they're okay with it and they're accepting of it, right? Yeah. But to sit there on your deathbed to be proud of it. I mean, something you'd be proud of would be, well, I'm so glad that we had young Johnny as our kid, and, you know, we invested in his college because he has such a fantastic career now, and we made all those sacrifices for little Johnny, and if we didn't, God, where would he be now? But hey, he's doing great in college. Now that's something you'd be proud of yourself with. But some bangings in a swing club, you had your fun, but to be proud, that's a different fucking scenario now, guys, right? Okay. Number 5. It lessens the possibility of sexual frustration. Oh yeah? For those who embrace the practice of cuckolding fully, claiming your own sexuality and being comfortable enough in your own skin to actually explore new sexual boundaries can not only strengthen your sex life, but foster your personal growth too. Oh man, I didn't see that. Oh guys, you know, I'm sorry. Throw everything out I just said. It's personal growth time. Holy shit, I never knew that. Man, I need to grow up, actually. I need to open my eyes to new things. I mean, I thought going off mountain climbing or bungee jumping or taking a jump out of a fucking with a parachute out of an airplane or go on a roller coaster, even if I'm not scared of them, I thought that would be kind of personal growth because you're facing fears, you know? Yeah, I think I'm wrong on this one, guys. Shit. So, yeah. What else? Number 6. It can enhance your communication as a couple. Really? Is that so? Yeah, see, I'm learning a lot here. Yeah. Quality communication is required to have a successful relationship in general. Okay, I'm not even gonna read out the rest of number 6. You know what's actually good? Communication is very important, and you know why a lot of people go off and bang other people, cheat on their husband or wife? Because the chances are, a lot of situations, they don't communicate with each other. And then they bottle all up, it festers, and then they guess that they resent them. They say, fuck this, I'm gonna go off and get someone else. That happens a lot of the time. So, going off banging for communication, hey Peter, you got a lot to learn, buddy. Number 7, it's not restrictive. There's several ways that cuckolding can happen. The man can catch his wife or girlfriend having sex with another man. He can watch her encounters via Skype or FaceTime, or he can arrange the date for his partner and sit at home visualizing what she's doing, anxious to hear or smell the details upon her return. Smell the details? What? What, isn't he sniffing the bed to smell another guy's cock? Or fucking sperm? His cum? Is that what this guy's doing? Or is he even gonna log on to Skype or FaceTime to watch? Like this is an arranged event? Oh my god. Sometimes he'll even help his hot wife get ready, pick out her outfit, and make sure she has condoms. Well, what if they didn't use condoms, John? What if she decided to take them off? You know, did you ever think of that one? You know, maybe she got really turned on by Ben, and in fact, Ben was the best sex she ever had, and she went, oh, fuck this. She took the condom off. Did you ever think of that one? But hey, doesn't matter. You're exclusively faithful to her. Now, I get it, guys. I really, really do get that there is some couples out there, and they do love to actually, there's a fantasy, right? Quite a lot of people have this fantasy. that you love watching your wife or your husband bang someone else. I get it. And hey, whatever gets you off, buddy. Whatever gets you off. But I just love the way they're trying to give us that this is a really good thing and it's exclusive to one side. I mean, aren't we seeing what's going on here? The level of selfishness and ego. And this woman, I'm not going to mention the article. Jesus, I'd love to. But this woman actually writing this, I mean, she's either doing this shit, she's a cuckolder and she's got her husband sitting at home, ball and chain, or he's watching and he can't touch another woman. Now, what's wrong with him doing that? Maybe if you're interested in this cuckolding business, guys, right? Hey, whatever you're into at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. But put it this way. If you're into going out there, why don't you want your partner to be having sex with someone else? Why is it one-sided? Is it because you don't want them to do it? You'd be hurt, you'd be jealous, you'd be pissed off? But why would you? You're very open, right? You're a communicator. You're open. You're exploring things. What did she say? It'll give you more sexual enlightenment. So why don't you do this? This may be probably a really good thing to do. If you want to do this cuckolding business, why don't you go out, let's say you're the guy, right? And you've got this idea of this cuckolding business. And your wife's never said this to you. Why don't you do this? Let your wife go off and do the cuckolding first. You remain extremely faithful. And see how you feel after that. Then after that, if you think, yeah, this is a good idea. It's always good to get two sides of the story, guys, isn't it? It's always good to see and what it's like to be in the other guy's shoes if you're in a certain scenario with the other guy. Wouldn't you agree? Sounds good to me. That's what I would do if I was... I'm not into this cuckolding shit, but if I was, that's what I'd be doing. You know? You gotta put yourself in the other person's shoes. But these people don't want to do this. They're full of shit. They're selfish. And they're trying to convince you that this is a good idea. Oh, lads. Jesus Christ. I don't know where I'm going to go with this next one. You know, I just don't see how any of this is a good idea. You know, remember this, guys. If you really think this is a good idea for your relationship, think about this. If you're going to do this, guys, okay, just please remember this. What happens if your husband or wife does go out, right? And you're the one that's sitting at home, being exclusive, the whole lot. Wouldn't you be sitting there and, you know, your wife comes home, she tells you all about it, and that's grand, and okay, fine. And then you're the one sitting there, and a couple of days later roll by, and you're getting a coffee, and you're stirring the coffee in, you're pouring in the milk, and as you're pouring in the milk, one little visual element pops into your brain. You're imagining your wife getting doggy styled, up the ass even, with this other guy. Did they use a Johnny? Did they use a condom? You know? Was he better than me? What if he was better than me? Is that going to make you feel good? Is it really? Is it going to turn you on that much? Or maybe you're attracted to the danger. Fair enough. If you are, fair enough. I mean, I think we got to be looking at ourselves more detail here, guys. Look, if you want to go cuckolding, hey, Lord, God bless you. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't think it's going to end well on any fucking account. Because even if it is a sexual desire that, I want to watch this. Alright, well, you have an orgasm, fantasizing about it, and then you're back to normality again. Are you going to feel good then? Well, I'm kind of depressed after that. I don't know about you guys. Society, it's flushing down the toilet. Oh, thank God I managed a tiny bit of a laugh. Oh, Lord. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back on another episode. Lord knows I don't know what I'm going to talk about next. I want to shoot myself in the head, to be honest. Ooh. Alright, guys. See you later, guys. I love you all. Take care out there.